Welcome back to GISC 125, Mapping and Spatial Thinking. And today I'm going to discuss a little bit about what the U.S. Census Bureau hierarchy is all about in terms of their administrative boundaries. So throughout history, humans have segmented and structured the spatial environment in various ways to support administrative, political, and economic activities. So every 10 years, the U.S. Census Bureau conducts a census of all the people in the United States, and geography is at the center of taking a census. We don't just count people, we count people where they live. So geography is important because it is the basis for taking a census and for tabulating census data. So understanding geographic relationships is key to understanding how to properly use Census Bureau data. So the standard hierarchy of census geographic entities is displayed in the relationship between legal, administrative, and statistical boundaries that's maintained by the Census Bureau. So it depicts relationships with a line and shows where relationships do not exist by displaying entities on different line tracks. So in short, it shows how different geographic areas may or may not be related. For our purposes, we'll focus right down the middle between the states and the census blocks. So I assume you are familiar with what a state and county are. So let's focus on the last three. The census tract is an area roughly equivalent to a neighborhood established by the Census Bureau for analyzing populations. So they generally encompass a population between 2,500 to 8,000 people. And the census tracts must stay within a county and therefore a state, and they're larger than a block group or a census block. So block groups are statistical divisions of census tracts and are generally defined to contain between 600 and 3,000 people. Knowing these numbers of how many people are in these census blocks, census tracts or block groups isn't important. It's just kind of to give you a frame of reference of roughly how many people are in these areas. So block groups must stay within a census tract and therefore within a county and then therefore within a state. Census blocks are the smallest geographic area for which the Bureau of the collects and tabulates census data. At the census block, there's a limited amount of data available. In 2010 census, there are 11,155,486 million census blocks. Quite a lot of those. So going up the hierarchy, census blocks are grouped into block groups, which are grouped into census tracts, which are grouped into counties, which are then grouped into states. So let's look at how all this is working together, how we use this. So to illustrate this hierarchy of geographic boundaries, spatial thinking, and analysis, let's create a short story about you trying to open up a program to retain people to enter the workforce who are currently unemployed. So look at the unemployment rate at this state level. There are little variations, with the majority of the state between 3.6 to 9.6%. There are 5 exceptions there in the lighter blue. Now looking at unemployment rate at the county level, we can see that unemployment rates has variation and a spatial pattern. Remember, the scale of the analysis is always important. So there are clearly counties that have high unemployment rates and could use your program. Since you have a close tie with West Virginia-Kentucky border, let's take a look at unemployment rates at the census tract level for this area. As we view this data at the census tract level, we can see tracts that have unemployment rates at 20% down to 2.8%. So this is a wide range in disparity between a small geographic area. So as a spatial thinker, you would ask yourself, why is there such a wide range of unemployment rates? What's causing this? So let's focus our attention on the western side of the highlighted census tract area as we move into the census blocks. Now we're at the smallest level of analysis. And we can see at this level of analysis, there's more variation in unemployment rate than at the block group. Here, unemployment rate varies between 8 and 27%. So this example illustrates that the U.S. Census aggregates data at many different levels of geography. And again, this goes back to the earlier lectures that we have been aware of, the scale at which you conduct your analyses. So we should make a much different decision on where we would open your program if you base your information on the county level data or the census block data.